All right, everyone. Here's the next part of Sidney's birthday special, in which this time around we're going to play our next Xbox 360 game, and we're going to play Jeopardy. So let's see how we do.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: medical talk, sweet pea, drink it, dance it, or drive it, historic amours, Elvis lyrics, and literary pets. A lot of clues. Cabriolet. Yes, player 1? Yep.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1? Humbo. Yes, player 1? That's right. Way to go. We're Kirsch. Let's hear it, player 1. No, that's not right. Any other takers?
All right.
Yes, player 3? That is correct. Player 3, you start us off. This dictator's rumored romp with Pompey's wife was even riskier than his fling with Cleopatra. Player 1? Correct. When this great guy became king of Judea, he banished his first wife, Doris, and married a princess named Mariamne. Yes, player 1? No. Any other takers? It's player 2. You got it. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 2. Make us. For 13 years, Madame de Montespan was the sunshine of this Sun King's life. It's player 1. That is correct. You've got some money again. The Earl of Bothwell led the plot to murder this queen's second husband 3 months before becoming hubby number 3. Yes, player 1? No. Any other takers? We're talking about Mary, Queen of Scots. Player 1. The Duchess of Portsmouth was the least popular mistress of this merry monarch, and that was quite a contest. It's player 1. Nope. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Charles II. Player 1, Trabant. Let's hear it, Player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1. Answer? The Daily Double. Player 1, you're in line. Okay, here is the clue. Papala. Good move. And it paid off. Please pick again. Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Player 1, you are correct. The warden said, hey, buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair. It's Player 1. Right. Player 1, if you can't come around, at least please telephone. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Ooh, I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. I must be 109. It's Player 1. Correct. So, no such number, no such zone. Yes, Player 1? That's right, way to go. Player 1, back to you. The title beast of his The Hound of the Baskervilles is actually the pet of Mr. Jack Stapleton. Okay, Player 1. Good. Player Harry 1. Potter uses his snowy owl named this to transfer messages. Okay, Player 1. You are correct. Player 1. Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings' The Yearling centers on this type of pet. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's it. Player Little 1. Swan, Little Bear, and Greenfinch are some of the goats of this Johanna Spiri lass. Yes, Player 1. Good. Player 1. A poetic Elliot feline who has lived many lives in succession is named for this fifth book of the Old Testament. Yes, Player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1, choosing. This term refers to the painful inflammation of any of the fibrous structures that connect muscles to bones. Yes, Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Okay, Player 3. Right. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, Player 3. Make us to test for visual acuity. The Snellen chart is designed to be read from this many feet away. Okay, Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. 20 feet. You again, Player 3. It begins, I swear by Apollo, physician, and Asclepius. Player 1. Yes. Luteinizing hormone is one of the many produced by this cherry-shaped gland. Player 1. Correct. Player 1, let's take it over to Jimmy.
When an injury like a cut is sustained, these blood cells change shape, become sticky, build up on the wound, and form a plug.
Yes, player one? Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about thrombocytes. You again. Carnations and sweet williams belong to this colorful family of flowering plants. Okay, player one? That's correct. Player Gene one? Fowler's biography of John Barrymore is called Good Night, Sweet This. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Player Perhaps one? An alteration of the word potato. This word follows sweet in a slang term for a pretty girl. Player one? Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player three? Yes. All right, let's get back into this. Player three has control. This Hall of Fame NFL running back was nicknamed Sweetness. Player one? Right. And here's the $1,000 clue. If you're served sweetbreads in a restaurant, you're eating either thymus or this part of an animal. Player one? That's correct. Player two will select first in Double Jeopardy right after this. And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Spanning the globe. Everyday Italian. Theater around the world. SNL actors in the movies. Medicine men and women. And let's go to Suriname. Okay, let's get back into this. Player two, you make the next selection as we... Formaggio is this dairy product. Okay, player one. Correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Player this one. This food staple is pane. Okay, player one. Right you are.
Yeah! Woo!
This body part is il piede. Yes, player one. That's right. Way to go. Player one. This quadruped is un cavallo. It's player one. Yes. This day of the week is martedì. It's player one. That is correct. Player one. Pick again. Since many of Suriname's workers come from India, this religion is practiced by almost 30%. Let's hear it, player one. Correct. In a 1667 deal, the English got New York City, and these people got the territory that would become Suriname. Player one? Good. A powerful presence in the country is Suralco, part of this giant metals company. Let's hear it, player one. Yeah, good.
Yeah! Woo!
Suriname is wedged between Guyana and this dependency. Okay, player one. That's correct. Player one. Answer? One of the daily doubles. You are in first. And the daily double clue. About half of Suriname's 439,000 people live in this capital city. That puts you even further ahead. Please pick again, player one. In 1968, a federal court found this author and pediatrician guilty of violating the Selective Service Act. Player one? Right. Player one. In 1659, Italian anatomist Marcello Malpighi discovered that the lungs were made up of these tiny air sacs. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. Player one. Answer. The other daily double. You are in the lead. Answer this. This German bacteriologist developed a test for syphilis and an inoculation for tetanus. Sorry, that drops you down to third. The correct response is August von Wassermann. You again. In 1796, he inoculated 8-year-old James Phipps with material from a cowpox pustule from Sarah Nelms. Okay, player one. Good. Player one. In 1889, Susan LaFlèche Picotte, a member of this Nebraska tribe, became the first Native American female doctor. Yes, player one. Good for you.
Yeah! Woo!
Player one, choose again. Wayne Campbell. Okay, player one. Right you are. Please, Axel Foley. Yes, player one. That's it. You, Joliet Jake Blues. Yes, player one. Yep. Player MacGruber. One. It's player one. Right. Player Mrs. one. Mrs. Primat Conehead. It's player one. Right. You again, player one. Haiphong, Cam Ranh, and Dong Hoi are all important cities in this country. Okay, player one. You got it. Player At an one. Altitude of 12,000 feet, this Bolivian city is the highest national capital. It's player one. That's it.
Yeah! Woo!
Player Made one. From fermented cabbage, radishes, red peppers, and spices, kimchi is the national dish of this land. Okay, player one. Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
You, Sarah?
This St. Petersburg Palace is named for the first Russian empress with this name. The second one was said to be great.
It's player one. That's correct. This most populous African country's main ethnic groups are the Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, and Yoruba. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. Player one. The musical Les Mis didn't debut on Broadway, but in this city, its setting. Player one. Good. Player one. He directed a landmark Chinese production of his play Death of a Salesman at the People's Art Theater in Beijing. Okay, player one. Yeah! Right you are. A Dutch TV reality show picked the muscular swinger for the European run of this Disney musical. It's player one. You got it. There's a method behind his founding of the Moscow Art Theater with Nemirovich Danchenko. It's player one. Hey, you're right. And now the $2,000 clue. And here's Jimmy.
Performers in this traditional Japanese art of singing and dancing wear elaborate stylized makeup.
Okay, player one. Right. All three of you will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. We've got the Final Jeopardy round here for you, and today it features this category. Authors. Please enter your wager. All right, players, this is what it comes down to. Here is the Final Jeopardy clue. In 1949, he wrote, "If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever." Let's see your response.
George Orwell?
With that correct response, you will gain.
$5,252, and I'll see you all for the next
And
game.
your response? With that correct response, you will gain. What did you say? And that correct response will add. This makes you our new champion, player one, so congratulations. So long.